Hello everyone, my name is Sunshine. Let me start my presentation of today. Everyone in this room knows Japan. Sometimes we are very good friends, but more often we are not. Even though we don't like Japan, we want to be like Japan in the world economy because they are rich. And Japan is our neighbor and our role model that we have to get over. Do you know these companies? These are world-famous Japanese multinationals. My topic is which factors have influenced the success of Japanese multinationals. And the key point of their success is their competitive strength of manufacturing companies. So I will represent three factors of them. The first is the product quality, their production system, and the localization of R&D activities. Oops. Sorry. The first factor is their efforts to make constant improvements in their quality. In Japan, many manufacturing companies practice the total quality control to make the improvement, and this means that they are not to try to correct the error after they detecting it, but rather than try to not to make an error. For example, if there is a quality problem, they try the Western company solution is to buy expensive and sophisticated testing machines, but Japanese company solution is make a 3 workers team, and 2 of them consult the components and 1 of them correct and checking the problem. The efforts to make the improvement is called in Japanese words in kaizen, in Korean kesan. These bring the consumer trust to Japanese manufacturing company, and this is the strength of them. So the Japanese company has good reputation about their product in Korea also. So I'm sure that you agree with these factors, and let's move to the second factor. Just in time is their significant feature of their production rate. It was first started by the Toyota, and it is built with the arrival of the needed components in the needed time, the only needed amount. So it aims to reduce the overstock and waste of the energy and time. So this way, JIT makes increase the productivity and decrease the expenses of production. So it makes more profit to the Japanese companies. So I hope you understand this concept, because there are Fordism in Western countries, but in Asia there are JIT. And the third way is localization of research and development. Japan is a leading country about the expenditure of R&D per their GDP. The localization of R&D is essential to fulfill the expectation of local consumers, which is different from Japanese consumers, because the cultural difference might bring the different tastes. So the localization of R&D activity is a good way to the local consumers' demands more precisely and more quickly. Yeah, we examined the 3 causes of today. These seems to be easy, but actually it is very hard to achieve. these three factors are own capability of Japanese manufacturing companies. These are not different from one and the other. These are interlinked to each other, and it means that the Japanese companies produce the right amount of goods in the right time, and they make constant efforts to improve their quality through R&D activities and the total quality control. Yeah, it's not my hope that the Korean become another Japan, because we are different and we have different history, but many things we have the same. The Japan and Korea doesn't have natural resources, and the geographical position is not hardly beneficial. So we need to, the way that we make more money is to get the profit from the manufacturing industry. So I think we have to know the strengths of Japanese companies, and follow them and improve them. Then in Korean way, then our country can be the better place, at least in the aspect of economy. This is all my presentation. Thanks for listening.
Next time.
6:37.
Let's conclude in 37 seconds. Olive, could you hand me her outline? Do you mind?
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right, questions and answers. Do you have any questions? Why don't you announce it, Sunshine? Do you have any questions?
Do you have any questions?
There you go. All right. So, any questions here? Skylar, questions?
Okay. Recently, many people say that nowadays Samsung overwhelmed the Japanese tycoon Sony.
Yeah. The total overturn of the Samsung is bigger than Sony, but the problem is that Samsung doesn't want to that the foreigners, the Samsung company is known as Korean company. They want to be like Japanese company, and I think the world famous company of Korea is just Samsung and LG and Dell, and they are all. But there are so many Japanese multinationals in the world, and they make so much profit through the world.
Good thing that other countries use more sophisticated machines, and they have some errors in their business. Second, in Japan, they hire 3 people and 1 people to take care.
Yeah.
Is it better?
I think that the meaning of this example is that I read the article from the Nissan manager, and it's the way of Nissan's the production system, and I think it's a little bit inefficient, but it's more strong way to detecting the error rather than using the machines.
It's more efficient in the long term.
Yeah.
Could you give me the definition of multinational?
The multinational is something like an international company. You know that the Nike or the other many companies like that, they are not just exercise their business only one country, in one country, but more than 2 countries. And
So you mean they got funds from other many countries, or just they got one national, or they got work in other countries?
The Sony's nationality is Japan, but there is so many companies in Europe, America, Asian, so they practice their business in many countries.
They market many countries.
Yeah.
What's the time?
3:20.
Okay. Do you stop, Simon?
Oh, no.